Hello, crafty friends, and welcome back. I'm playing along with Off the Board as well as Baby Got Scraps, and we are going to make some Valentine cards. So I am showing you now or I just did the two cards that inspired the first couple cards that I'm going to show you, and then I just totally went rogue. That after I had those two cards, then I just kind of went with uh, using up as much of this kit as I possibly could. So this is a kit that I actually purchased from Color Cast Designs, and I believe I got it as part of a Black Friday deal or sale that she was having. And I don't do a lot with Valentine's as far as scrapbooking, but I thought I could make some cards with these that 5 times a year, I send cards to my great nieces and nephews. And so I try and make different themed cards for all of them. And then I also include a $2 bill in each of the cards to them. So, and they range in age from a junior in high school to, let's see, the youngest one will be 3 in March. So, um, I thought I would make Valentine's cards to send to each of them and see how many I could get out of this kit that I had. So I believe I got 3 or 4 pieces of paper. So I did pull in some cardstock, and I am making each of them 5x7 sized cards. So the first thing I'm going to show you here is a little tutorial that my local scrapbook store um, taught us a long time ago. Now, I should have cut this part out because here you can see that I'm struggling. And so what it is I should have had the where my hand is, that I should have had it at the 5-inch line, and you cut down to 7. So I do it again a second time, and that's the one that you should follow. So here I'm finishing up the cuts that didn't go all the way through, and really you should end up with that one little box in the middle. So this is how you can get um, 4 5x7 pieces, or 5x7 cuts from a single 12 by 12. So you have the left hand side at 5 inches, and you cut down to 7 and turn. And there you go. So if you need to go back and watch it again, well, actually, here I'm doing it a third time, and this one goes much better. And so you just have it at 5, cut down to 7, have it at 5, cut down at 7. And there you go. You have all of your cards. And so I didn't have any 5x7 card bases. So I did use this plain cardstock. And what I intend to do is just write my note on the backside. So it's not actually going to be a card. It's going to actually be more like a postcard, but I will still put it into an envelope to mail it. So here you can see that I was trying to cut some of the papers up into 5x7 pieces, actually just slightly smaller than 5x7. And apparently I didn't do my calculations correctly or my cuts right. And so it actually ended up okay, because then um, it kind of forced me to use different sized shapes and dimensions on the various cards. And so here you can see I've got them all laid out here, and I'm just kind of laying them out, auditioning different things, which side I want to use. And here I am bringing in some of the scraps, and then if it wasn't one of the bigger pieces, then I just kind of left it off to the side and thought I would bring it in somehow. So this was my first initial run here, and here I have started to create the first card that I was inspired by my pen. So yes, it took us quite some time, almost half the video, to finally get to the point where we are starting to create based off of the first pen that I shared. And here's where I decided that some of the pieces needed some definition to help them stand out. So I did pull out my distress inks, and pretty much throughout all of these that I used picked raspberry, spice marmalade for the orange, the blue I used speckled egg, and I think the red, the few times that I used it, it was festive berries, I believe. So here I am just getting this first pink panel put down. And when I turned it over, I discovered that the back side of this pink actually had some dotted lines going across, but it was not going in the right direction where I could use it to actually write my note. So I switched out the panels to one of them that was going in the direction that I needed. And here you can see that I did actually pull out of my scrap bin. Well, not the scrap bin, actually, it was in the garbage. It was the branding strip for the orange cardstock that I had cut the 5x7 panels from. There you can see the strip saying what color it is. And then I actually decided to use it as part of my design for that horizontal piece. Here, instead of, I used two pieces instead of one. This little piece here actually came out of my scrap bin as well. I actually, since I didn't have much room on either side, I cut it in half, and each of it is sticking out on the other side of that bigger 4x4 card. So there is that first card. Get that little love down. So it looks a little different from the sketch that I had, but you can see hopefully where the inspiration came from. They're showing you my inks. So for the second card, I found these two super old Jenny Bolin chipboard hearts, and I decided that I actually had my distress glaze in two colors that would actually match. So I had the picked raspberry, and I also have speckled eggs. So since I was using the inks for those, I thought this would be a fun touch to use that sketch and use up these last two chipboard hearts that I had in my stash. So there you can see basically I just pushed my stamp pad down onto each of the hearts, and then you heat set it to get the glaze on there. So and I must have lost some footage here because I don't ever show you the end of creating those other two cards unless it comes up after this. Anyway, so here I have pulled up the rest of the cards, and now I'm just I think this is where I started to go rogue and just start creating with what I had from this kit, along with some items that I went through my color drawers and picked out anything that matched the bright pink, gold, and the turquoise. I don't think I went through any of the orange. And it basically anything that had hearts, lovey-dovey, shapes that might help build clusters up, things like that. So, and here I'm just kind of sorting through the things that I pulled out of those color drawers and dividing them into things that I thought I would definitely use and ones that I would not. Those little envelopes, those actually came from the Color Rush Studio kit as well. So so here, now I am back to going ahead and creating this next card. Oh, actually, this is what I had left at the end of creating all my cards, that since the remaining cards were not based off of a pin, I actually did not record creating those, but I am showing you what I had left. And I used almost all of the papers. I had a few of the cut aparts left. Really, those are the scraps that I have left. I did only use one of those felt envelopes, a couple of those cut aparts, and that's about it. So here I'm going to show you the close-up just on video here, and then I will also have some close-up photos as well of the finished images. So that is one that I created. I actually like this one a lot. And then this one here, that one was a hodgepodge of things from the kit and things that I pulled from my stash. This one as well, a good combination of both. This one, that was actually some old Prima packaging, the cream colored with the scripty words on it. So there is one that created with the sketch or the pin card with the big heart on it. And here, this one is the other one that was created with the pin in mind, and a few more here. So yeah, so if you are interested in seeing who else is creating with Off the Board, that there is a list of players down below. You click on each of their links and you will see everybody playing along. There's also a playlist for Baby Got Scraps, and you can go check out everybody that's playing along there and show them some love as well. So here are the close-up shots and some of the pins that I actually used to inspire my cards. And I also have listed down below my Instagram as well as Pinterest boards, things of that nature, where else you can find my work here. So thank you for stopping by, and we will see you next time. Happy Valentine's Day.